So yeah, I'm gonna predict the Xbox E3 press conference for 2019 in 2018. Sorry, September. Yeah, I am going a little bit crazy for this one. But the main reason why I'm doing it is because I've got ideas towards what they could actually put in for the press conference itself. And if I do it that early and stuff doesn't get announced and it does get announced, then I've predicted it way before anybody else, and nobody can really say that I've copied anybody else. So hope you enjoy, and I will get straight into it with the first one, which I think myself, they'll announce the new Xbox, the codenamed Scarlet one, for a release of maybe Q4, the fall of 2019. I don't think it will. Maybe it'll come out of 2020 instead. So that means there's at least a year in between it, and that means they can actually produce more games towards it, because it is supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be a step up from the X, and they were announcing, rumouring towards making a portable version for an Xbox as well. Be kind of cool to have a portable version, like a Switch type thing. I think they decided to cop out and go for that type of thing because they've seen the success of the Switch. So if they do that, that means you'll be able to play, I don't know, Xbox on a plane or something like that, or like on journeys instead, which would be fun to do. So as well, if we just stay with the hardware aspects first, I feel like they'll probably announce another controller as well. Like how they've got the Elite, but an upgraded version of the Elite, because even my Elite controller, it broke on the bumper after a year of using the left bumper. It breaks because it is only plastic still. So if they kind of fix that, because it costs about £10 for me, or about $12-13 for anybody else who's in the US to actually repair it, and you have to do it yourself really. So that means you have to take it apart, make sure you don't break anything in it or lose anything in it. So if they actually, I don't know, bring out a new Elite controller or a revamped one like Elite 2.0, something like that, with the headset plug at the bottom as well, that'd be kind of cool to have. Same features on it, just upgraded the actual controller. So now to go away from the hardware, I feel like they are going to announce straight from the get-go a AAA game, because I'm hoping that they do, and they usually announce Forza as the first one, and I'm hoping that they show off a Halo Infinite gameplay, or like a trailer of an actual thing, instead of, oh, this is what the engine is. If they reveal a trailer right at the start and then they say, oh, here's more of this, but later on in the show instead, that'll make everybody a bit more hyped for it. As long as it's a good gameplay thing, it shows off action, it shows off what the engine actually does, and the later on bit actually shows off a gameplay. A part of the multiplayer would be pretty nice to have, because the E3 before that, as soon as the Xbox One came out, that was probably the best gameplay that they actually shown, because it showed off, this is what the multiplayer is like, and this is what the campaign is. If they show off a little bit of a campaign mission, kind of cool to have. If they reveal a beta towards it as well, but it's probably going to be a maybe 2019 game. If it's not, then it'll be 2021 with the Scarlet, or whatever you want to call it. It'll be with that, because that's where they're going to want to try and make more sales. I think that's where most of the games that I'm going to say are probably going to come out with, or thereabouts. Those type of time periods, they're going to try and force it out for then, because that means it actually can sell off a console. You have a reason to actually play it on that console. It will still come out on the Xbox One, but on the Xbox Scarlet, it'll be better. It'll run better. You can play it at higher than 60 frames. You can play it at 4K and everything like that. It's going to be one of those consoles which it is going to be a high-end PC, but small, really. It's just going to be a mini PC. But if we go away from Halo now, another thing that they announced at the 2018 one was all the Gears games, the 3 Gears games that they actually revealed. I don't know why they revealed 3. There was Gears 5, Gears Tactics, and Gears Pop. Gears Pop was the pop funk type game. I don't know why they're bringing out that, so let's just drift over that one straight away. Gears Tactics, I don't remember seeing that one properly. I think it was like a top-down type thing, or like an XCOM type thing, or something like that. If I'm wrong, tell me. If I am wrong and I'm editing it, slate me for it. Call me stupid or anything like that. But Gears 5, they'll show off gameplay for it. They always will. They always release something like that. So if I am wrong and it is supposed to come out a little bit later, which I'm not, it is supposed to come out 2019. They don't know when yet, so it'll probably have a gameplay, because they always reveal a trailer and then they'll have a gameplay right after it for the next E3. That's how Xbox likes to do their type of games. Not like PlayStation, where Death Stranding has had 3 trailers. Actually, no, it's had 2 trailers so far. Still no gameplay, which is ridiculous. But away from PlayStation, Xbox, next game, which I'm hoping gets announced for the Xbox Scarlet, is Fable 4. Fable 4 has been scattered around so much, and I feel like it was supposed to come out when the Xbox One came out, which was Fable Legends, because Lionhead was told that they could make Fable Legends first. I forgot what it is. I forgot what it was supposed to be. It's one of those games which isn't really rememberable, that one isn't. And then they were told that they were allowed to make Fable 4 after they make that one. So it's been there, and the ideas for it have been there since the start, but they haven't been made yet. So I'm hoping that one of the new teams that Microsoft has kind of picked up actually make Fable 4, or there already is a team making Fable 4 for a trailer, at least a trailer. That's the minimum that I want, or like the maximum at times as well. That's all I want, is a Fable 4 trailer showing this is what our engine is, this is what Albion looks like, and that's it. Just the end of that. That would be perfect. So for another hard-hitting game, which is in every single Microsoft press conference for the past, I don't know how many years, is Forza. Forza has been in every single press conference so far, probably since, I don't know when, probably like 2010 or something like that, because they've always released a new Forza game. So I'm hoping, and I feel like Turn 10 have actually said that they're not making Forza Motorsport 8 yet, so I'm hoping they make a new type of Forza game. Maybe a Forza Streets. Forza Streets would be a good way of doing it, because that means you would allow to have a little bit more of like a customization towards your car, instead of just having standard stock cars and that's it. You could have it as just like a purely like a street racing type thing. Would be nice to see. Like, if they do make that, that'd be incredible to play. I will say that one. I feel like everybody else would say exactly the same, where it's going to be an amazing thing to actually play, would be a Forza Street game, because we've always had it as an open world and a little bit of track, but nothing close in, and nothing with that much detail towards the world. So if they make that one, I feel like that would be pretty cool to have. Another game which I am hoping isn't there, but it probably will be, because it missed this year's, is Minecraft. Minecraft, it missed out on 2018. Don't know why. Something's happening there. They are probably going to be there for 2019, unfortunately, because all the other years they've always had the cringiest thing ever. But I feel like they're going to be there 2019 to showcase something. Don't know what yet. Maybe some support towards mods, maybe actual mods instead of just mini games, just actual mods, or maybe they'll reveal something new. Who knows what? But who knows for that one. Next thing, which I am hoping to see more of, because it is one of those games that I enjoyed on 360 as the concept of it, and the new game that they're bringing out, which is Sessions, the Skate rip-off game, as what a lot of people have been said, because it's the game that people want from EA, but they'll never make it unless they announce it this year. Probably not. But the Sessions skating game does look unique. It does look good, and it hasn't got a proper release date for it yet, so that means they'll probably release a gameplay thing for next year. If it is that big of a game and that hyped, Microsoft will probably have a little bit of like a segment for them, which would be nice to have. Something that would be nice to see from Microsoft would be some new IPs, more story-driven things, because I feel like Gears kind of got sidetracked. Same with Halo as well. Halo and Gears were the two standard story type of things. Fable is very good for story-wise as well, so if they actually make that one, that'll be one story thing. Because the story games, single-player games, are the things that sell a console, as what PlayStation have shown, that they have thrived at making single-player stuff, and that is what sold their console, because the multi-platform things are all multiplayer now, so it doesn't really matter. Where Microsoft is mostly focused on their unique multiplayer with Halo, where Halo 5 Guardians actually bring out a lot of multiplayer stuff. Nothing unique towards single player. It kind of plummeted and crashed into a canyon for that one for some reason. And then Gears 4, I never played it. I need to play it. So if I'm wrong about that one, if Gears 4 was amazing for story-wise, comment it down below. But I feel like they've both kind of lost it. So if Microsoft actually let one of the new studios create a new AAA IP for story-driven, like an actual unique story, so they have like an actual writer towards it, like film writers instead, or like, I don't know, like book writers or anything, something that's actually good, like a very good director towards just making a game as well, would be very nice to have. Good voice actors. Like, it doesn't have to be the best for visuals, just something that's a little bit more unique. I know a lot of people are probably like, oh, but the visuals are amazing, and that's what sells it on PC at times, but PC is the best platform to play it on for any game, because if you're playing like an FPS, like, keyboard and mouse is the perfect thing compared to a controller, but for actual story-driven things, I feel like it's best for controllers. Like, I might be wrong about that, but that's just my opinion, and if other people do have other opinions towards it, then just say so down below. I'm welcome to that type of stuff. Other stuff that could happen, maybe most years they usually have something from EA and Ubisoft. For some reason, they always have it from two major third-party developers. It's never anything exclusive to the console. Maybe one year they'll have an exclusive thing, because you know, like, Sony have just had a Marvel thing that's exclusive to them. It might be a timed exclusive, but it is so far exclusive, which is Spider-Man. So maybe Xbox can get a exclusive Star Wars game, but probably not, because it's Star Wars. Star Wars is one of those things where it's going to be on multi-platform, and if EA are doing it, it's never going to be good. But I'm hoping that they actually make a Star Wars, not like an Old Republic type thing, but an actual story Star Wars instead, like a unique story. Nothing towards the previous stories that have been made, like the trilogies, the spin-offs. An actual spin-off with nothing to do with it at all would be great to have. No, like, maybe a co-op type thing instead, and a co-op aspect towards it, but nothing major. But for Ubisoft, they've done Assassin's Creed. They did Assassin's Creed this year as well, and they did The Division 2, which was a very here and there trailer. So if it is the Microsoft one, I would probably say that Ubisoft will do maybe another Assassin's Creed reveal, because they've gone back to those roots where it's every single year again, and I feel like that's probably gonna burn out that franchise completely. It already is, but they'll probably release another one. Or if not Assassin's Creed, maybe a Splinter Cell. That would be fun. Please bring back Splinter Cell as a game. The last one we had was Blacklist, and it was actually good. You know, it was good, but there's something not right anymore. Like, they've teased it so much for Splinter Cell, and with every single game that's come out, they've literally teased it, but they're literally not making it. For some reason, Ubisoft will not reveal it, so they'll probably do the same as a lot of their other games, where they've teased it so much, and then they'll just slip in a little trailer. So maybe they'll reveal it at the Xbox conference. If not, they'll have it at their own Ubisoft one. But so far, that's literally the predictions that I can think of. If you guys can think of any other game predictions, then comment down below. I am welcome to any of comments, because this is going out so early that anybody can make predictions at any time of the year, because there's how many months until the E3? Well, there's 9 months. That's a lot of months. So if people do want to comment down below, make your predictions as early as you want, because there's Bethesda, they usually put something on Xbox as well. Throwing that one out there, that could be anything. So they could reveal the Elder Scrolls thing. They probably won't. They'll reveal probably DLC towards the new Fallout game. That's probably more realistic. And it's the same with probably Battlefield as well. Battlefield, they usually put something out there, so it's probably going to be a DLC trailer for Battlefield through Xbox. They always do that type of stuff. But hope you enjoy, and if you want to see some more like this, then comment down below. I am open to anything. Anything that can improve the videos would be grateful and most important to me. So hope you enjoy. I'll see you guys next one. So peace out.